Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Earl Bynum. We're so excited that you're here, listening, watching, whatever you may be doing. Even if you're working and listening, hey, we don't care. We just glad that you're here. So thank you so much on stage with Earl Bynum. And listen, don't forget, you can stay connected. How is simply Instagram is Earl Bynum. Facebook is Earl Bynum Music, YouTube, Earl Bynum, The Real Earl Bynum, and some other stuff that's going on there. You just got to go there and check it out to find out what's going on. So stay connected. Don't forget, you can email me at onstagewithearlbynum@gmail.com as well. And we want you to get more information. Don't forget the new digital interactive magazine, On Stage with Earl Bynum magazine, that's in collaboration with Daily Praise TV. We're excited about that and what's going on with that. We're about to release our April, May, June release, and I'm excited about those who are on the cover and the inside stories. And it's interactive because you have embedded interviews as well that you can watch, not just read, as well as videos and songs and so many other things. It's so great. It's so cool. So make sure you check it out. Listen, I have a wonderful guest, and you know her. You know her for years of just singing and bringing us music all across the country, having hits and walking in favor and all of those things. And who am I talking about? She's a Connecticut girl. That's right. She's from Connecticut by way of, she had to come south though, y'all. Ain't nothing like the South. She had to come south. I'm talking about the one and only Lucinda Moore. What's up?
Hey everybody, what's going on?
How are you doing?
I'm doing so good. And I called to the world, I call him Uncle Earl.
Yes, she does. She does. She does. She
Uncle
does.
Earl. Yeah.
Well, it's good to see you, good to hear your voice. And
What
we've been connected for a long time. And
forever and
yeah, you're
ever.
doing some incredible
Hmm.
things. So before we get into your new music, y'all, because you do have new music, but before we talk about that, let's just talk about your career and how it's kind of started with you.
Man, my career in the industry really started with a group called the Willie Small Singers.
Okay.
Um, I remember being inside this group at 14 years old, and Willie, the leader of the, and matter of fact, Willie is the songwriter for "I Need Your Spirit" that the Hawkins sing, the Edwin Hawkins.
I need
Can't tell it
your
all.
spirit. Yeah.
Oh, the storm will pass after
Okay.
a while. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the songwriter of those songs. And I
God.
was in his group since the age of 14. And then as far as the professional side, he was trying to get record deals. I remember him trying to get record deals, and it would not happen. It's crazy.
Sure.
And I got this call from my cousin, Jonathan Dubose, who is the
Okay.
guitar player for the Hawkins family. And what's the name of the choir?
Love Center.
With Walter Hawkins. Yeah.
Love Center. Uh-huh.
So Love Center, yes. So he called me. He said, Lou, he said, listen, he said, I'm the MD for Tremaine Hawkins, and she needs a soprano. And I told her that my cousin can match your voice.
Wow.
So, here I am, 16 years old, you know, getting phone calls to come back up the lady that I looked up to all my life
Yeah.
without even meeting her.
Okay.
And so I was flown out, me and the Willie Small, four of the Willie Small Singers group members was flown out because I talked for them. I vouched for them. The call was just for me, but I was like, why don't you just bring the whole group? And that made history. So we ended up flying all out to Oakland, California to meet Tremaine and to audition basically, and she went crazy. And we ended
Now,
up singing on her
how
first
old were you? How old were you then?
16.
Wow. And how many years did you travel with Tremaine?
8 years.
Wow.
8 years until I got married. And When I told Tremaine that I was getting married, I had my wedding already planned. She wanted me to come. We had to go sing in Paris. And she wanted me to just cancel the wedding and come out to Paris and y'all get married in Paris and I'll pay for it. I was like, I got all these people. He got a big family. I got a big family. So I had to give up my position.
Okay. Okay.
I had to make
Wow.
a choice to give up my position to go ahead and get married and have children and the whole nine
Yeah.
yards. So that's basically how my career started. And then, when that happened, I just started doing solo stuff in the studio, and here we are.
Wow. Wow. Now name some of the other artists you've sang with, because you've sung with Bishop Hezekiah Walker and so
Oh,
many.
I still sing with Bishop Hezekiah Walker.
Okay.
Still do. I wasn't there for the Easter concert, but I still sing with him. That's been since 1993. I've been featured on Joe Pace and the Colorado Mass Choir. Oh my God, I can't even think. It's so many,
Yeah.
so many things. Sometimes people will hear my voice and not even know it was me singing, doing the feature. So yeah.
Well, no, when I hear it, I know it's you.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Some people just know it's
Yep.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some they tell me that my voice is distinct. Like
And
like
you've
you
done
can
stuff
really
and you've done
um
stuff at the National Gospel Music Workshop of America, GMWA. You've done stuff.
GMWA, the Women of Worship
Yeah.
album, Joe Pace, the Hezekiah Walker Radio City Music Hall. I did When We Get Over There Over, the one that
Yeah.
Lorraine Stansel did.
Yeah.
It's so many. I mean, just on and on.
Wow. Wow. Now, what brought you from Connecticut to now North Carolina?
A divorce.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I got divorced in 2008, 7 or something like that. And I looked at the map. I just wanted to get out of Connecticut because it was so much. I've dealt with so much in Connecticut.
Okay.
Connecticut is my home state, my hometown. Bridgeport, Connecticut is my hometown, but I just wanted a change. And
Wow.
I looked at the map and I said, eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Come on.
And it hit Winston-Salem,
Okay.
North Carolina. And I started looking for a house in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and I got one. And when I
Okay.
tell you it was the most miserable time of my life, because I was so used to, I was married for 16 years. So I was
Ah,
so used to cooking big dinners. And, I had 3 children, cooking big
okay.
dinners. And, I was still cooking when we were separated. We were still living
Okay.
in the same house. So, I was still used to doing that. So I was cooking for 5 people and it was just me at that time. So,
Okay.
so it's just, and I tell people all the time, when you're going through a divorce, get some help because you need help.
Sure. That's good. That's something probably you can talk about and could be an interview all in itself because you've been
Right.
through that. So
Uh,
when you went to Winston-Salem, how long did you stay in Winston-Salem?
I stayed there for about 2 years. And
Okay.
then I went down to where my family is in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And I
Okay.
opened up a store and
Okay.
all of that.
Okay. Okay. Now, how was Myrtle Beach for you?
Wonderful, because I was still in my reign of turn your pressure into praise. So
Ah,
I started seeing checks and money and bookings and so it was like as if because you remember I did turn your pressure into praise in 2006. I got divorced in 2007. So
oh, wow.
it took like a couple of years for that to really
Sure.
circulate. And so I was living a dream of being this recording artist, bookings and all, and these bookings coming in. And I lived, and so I was able to open up a boutique. That's when I first started my boutique, and then, showing my family of how to do, like, we don't have to live in poverty. Like here we go. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? God bless me. Now I'm gonna hire my whole family in the store. And that's what I did. I hired my family and a couple of friends in the store. And I'm still riding on that. I'm still doing it.
Good, good, good. And the crazy part is for you to have a song turn your pressure into praise with the pressure you were going through to have that song as a title and those lyrics. That's amazing in itself. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Well, I
Now,
wrote that during our separation.
oh, wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, you've
Yeah.
had some other hits since then. And, you know, this last record, what made you go out and choose some of the music that you did choose? And not the record that we're getting ready to talk about, but the record that you got Bishop Morton on, you got so many others on. How did you go
The
about
main.
saying, let me choose this person for this song and all of that?
Well, my dream was to do a duet or do a
Sure.
collab with Tremaine Hawkins. From the time that I was singing
Okay.
with her, and if you notice, she has not done a collab like that with nobody but Daryl Coley. I think
Okay.
no other female. She has
Okay.
not done that. And when I went to her, she said, "I was waiting for you."
Wow.
So now we have, a collab together, and I just thank God for her. With Bishop Paul Morton, the song that we do together,
Okay.
my bishop, Bishop J.C. White, um, who has been my bishop since 10 years old, and the first lady originally did that song back in 1970 on
Wow.
Malibu Records.
Okay.
So as a little girl from the age of 10, I loved that song. And if anybody listens to Someone Who Cares, that's on my EP, I would walk around the house just doing the la 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 part. I didn't even know what they were singing on the other stuff. I
Come
was just la
on.
la 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 la. And so that was in my brain from the age of 10 to grown up. That was
Okay.
the part that caught my attention. And I just love that song. And so I decided, I was like, who would be the best person to get to collab on this song? I'm gonna be Sister White. And also Bishop J.C. White is the bishop and it's the home of Youthful Praise. So all of us grew up in the same church.
Yeah.
So that's J.J. Harrison's wife's father.
Yeah.
So all of us, Bishop had 2 national recording artists in the church. We got grown and we started doing recordings and stuff. And so yeah, so it was a singing church. It was a musician church that was headquarters for music. So I just thank God for the upbringing, and now I'm able to pay it forward. And while my bishop and my first lady is still living, I wanted to do something that will honor them and
Okay.
thank them for pushing me here. They never stopped me from singing with Tremaine. They never stopped me from going out. If I had to go out somewhere, they never you don't have to ask me. Just let me know you leaving and that's it. Because it's a
Wow.
million of us in here that can do what you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
So Bishop Paul Morton was my pick. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I love it. I love it. Now, let's talk about your current record right now. This
Yes.
right now. Come on,
Yes.
talk.
Yes. I have 2 of them.
Okay.
I have 2 of them that's probably the Fire, which is on the charts right now. And then I have Someone Who Cares, the one that is the edited version of what I did on the EP,
Okay.
with me and Bishop Paul Morton. But Fire is still spinning on radio,
Yeah.
and it's on the charts right now, and it actually got picked up in a movie. So so it was so ironic because in my DMs, it was a producer. People hit you in your DMs all the time for craziness.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this thing, and I did a research on the company that was hitting me to ask me if they could use the song Fire in their movie. Did a
Okay.
research, I find out it's a real film company, and voila, here. I had my people, my publishing company reach out to them.
Okay.
And Verl Howard, Verl Howard, because she's into the
Okay.
movie stuff. So I had to call her. I said, hey, is this real? You know what I'm saying? So I did that, and they paid for the licensing.
Okay.
Hallelujah. When you own your own masters,
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus have mercy.
Yeah.
I own my own masters. my son is the writer of that song,
Sure.
and I'm the co-writer.
Okay.
So I just thank God. So we made it happen, and we went to the screening last Saturday.
Wow.
Yep. And then
So,
Someone Who Cares, of course, I talked about that earlier.
okay.
Dropped this past Friday on all digital outlets, but it's and we just serviced it to radio.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Congratulations on all of that. And now we got to give a shout out, of course, to someone who's also helping to manage you now. Come on, give them a shout out.
You talking about Jeremy Glover?
Jeremy
That's my
Glover, we
publicist.
got, yeah.
Yes,
Oh, your
yes,
publicist. So
that's
we
my
gotta give a
publicist.
shout out to Jeremy, because Jeremy hit me up and say, "Hey, I'm working with Lucinda.
Yes,
Can you do?" I say, "Of course, of course, of course, of course."
yes, and you got to tell the people that I used to be on your show too.
Oh, I
I
was
was the
going there.
co-host.
Yes, sir. She was my co-host. We were together on stage for a few years, actually.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, yeah,
a minute.
a few years. So we
Yeah,
had some great times and interviewed a whole lot of folks.
whole lot of people. Sure
So,
did.
so you got this new record. You got it, Fire in the movie. By the way, Earl Bynum loves Fire. He's like, what?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, he loves that song. He
I
loves it.
know.
So
Yes.
what is next for Lucinda?
Well, we're gonna do I can't tell you who the artist is. We're gonna
Okay.
do a redo on Fire.
Okay.
I can't tell y'all who the artist is.
Well, it
Though.
just makes sense. I got it. I got
It's it's huge.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
huge. It's
Okay.
big.
Okay. Okay. Well, look, well, we know something great is coming, because you always, step outside of the box of the norm and do what
I
you do.
have to.
Your
I have
last
to.
cover was ridiculous.
What? Yo.
So whoever that squad was, they did that thing. They
I
did.
got my team, my glam squad,
Yeah.
and the photographer together is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. It was
And then you got Blair. Blair from the BMO experience is just off the chain when it comes down. And people don't know. This is the thing that we got to teach new artists, right?
Okay.
So, Earl, we had the advantage of getting learned lessons from the A-listers, or the people that went before us before we got into the gospel industry.
Got you. Yeah.
Now it's not that no more. Ain't nobody really teaching it. Only a
That-
couple of people. And then, the part where I'm trying to get to with these new artists is for them to listen to the people that has already done it.
Right.
So I try to tell the new artists or people who is trying to get into the gospel industry, you cannot take your iPhone and take pictures. You gotta pay somebody professional to take them pictures, brush it up if it need be, have it done professionally, get you a team of people, a glam squad, you need a whole team of everything, not trying to cut corners, or, go, if you believe in your ministry, and if you believe that this is what you want to do, go 100%. It's going to be a struggle sometime, but do it. Let people know, like how you came to me and said, your pictures, oh my God. That's the response that we're trying to get from the public.
Right.
Like, okay, yeah, she paid about $50 million for this whole thing.
Yeah.
When I didn't.
Yeah. Got you. Got you. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now tell our listening audience how they can get your music and stay connected to you.
Well, you can get my music on all digital outlets. You can stay connected to me on I Am Lucinda Moore on all of the social media. Go to my website, lucindamore.com. I own a boutique. If you scroll down, you can see all the stuff that's on there. I call it the Lucinda Moore merch. It's more than merch. Merch is like CDs and stuff. My CDs are up there. Everything is up there. I sell shoes, clothes, everything. Also, to book me, just click the contact button on the left top corner on my website. Click contact and then scroll down and fill out the form. So there's ways of contacting me and getting connected.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Lucinda, thank you so much for taking time to share with us. I know you're busy. You stay on the road, which is a great thing. So keep doing what you do. And
Thank you.
you know, we wish you the best here at Onstage with Earl Bynum. Of course, your family, you're part of us. So, hey, we wish you nothing but the best. And we're looking forward to what's to come.
Thank you so much, Cedric. I need some ad. I need an ad. Thank you. Someone who cares.
That's right. Y'all keep it locked where it's hot. You're on stage with Earl Bynum. And remember, can't nobody beat you being you. So be the best you that you can be.